This is the list of plugins that I'll be taking with me in 2025. I'm gonna show you my favorite plugins from 2024, everything from EQs, compressors, special plugins, reverbs, and delays. I have all the plugins added in my mixing template. You can find the template on Patreon. First plugin is BX Digital. This is my main mid-side EQ on the 2-bus. I love it. I have more than 10 years using this plugin. Next up we have BX Glue. I've added this compressor to my template this year because it's multiband. It has that classic SSL type sound. It's a bit more versatile because you have more control with the two bands. It's on my 2-bus when I mix 100% in the box. One of my favorite EQs for the 2-bus is the Sleek EQ M, the mastering edition from Tokyo Dawn Labs. I really recommend all the plugins from Tokyo Dawn Labs, but this is one of the EQs that I use all the time. The first clipper plugin that I've abused in 2024 is Orange Clip. I have this on the 2-bus. I've used it on individual tracks. I use a combination of clippers on the mixbus, so this one is really nice. Kirchhoff EQ. This might get replaced by Pro Q4, but it's a plugin that I've used to correct the tone of my 2-bus. Shadow Hills mastering compressor. This is a compressor that I use all the time when I need to get a certain tone on my mix bus. It's a really amazing plugin. Pro Q4, I'm testing this one on the 2-bus. It's going to replace Kirchhoff. The God Particle. In 2024, I stopped using the God Particle like I was using it. I started using it like you see here at 25% or even lower, but I will have a video talking about that really soon. Oxford Inflator, a classic plugin that can add loudness. Bass Pick, my favorite limiter in 2024. Shaper Box 3, the multi-effect plugin from Cable Guys. It's a must-have in my opinion. FGX2 is the second limiter that I've used in 2024, and I want to add Pro L2, even though it didn't get that much airtime in 2024. It was on some key projects for me. Tonic is the plugin that I use to get the key of my songs. I found this one a couple of years ago and it does the job. The second clipper that I've been abusing is Gold Clip Ozone 11 Maximizer. I use this for the instrumental bass. I highly recommend it. RC20, this plugin needs no introduction. The third clipper is Standard Clip. Then we have X-Rack Pro. I've discovered the Nura Audio plugins later in 2024 and I have inserted them in my workflow. They do a great job. Spectre from Waves Factory, amazing for saturation. Orion, the plugin from Jason Joshua. Elevate from Newfangled Audio. This is a multi-band limiter. Spiff, the transient designer from Oak Sound. We cannot leave Soothe 2 behind. Track Spacer, this plugin does something special for me. I don't know why, but I like using this instead of Soothe or other plugins when it comes to sidechaining. Maybe Pro Q4 will make a better job, but I haven't tested that yet. Stereo Delta from Matthew Lane. This is the plugin that I use to manipulate the stereo width. Top line when I need to get a great vocal sound really fast. Xbox Pro for the same reason. Bloom when I need things to sound a bit better. A free plugin from Bertom, Denoiser Classic. I found that this does the job really good and I prefer it over other paid versions. UAD Fairchild, this is amazing on vocals. AirEQ, I use this from time to time on my vocals. DSEQ, again, this might get replaced by Pro Q4, but I have to do the testing. I use this for correcting resonant frequencies on vocals. I still think this is the best option for that purpose. Next up we have the Pultec from UAD. Again, a classic plugin for vocals. Pro Q3 will get replaced by Pro Q4 in my template. Lossy is a secret weapon of mine when it comes to ad-libs or making things a bit less digital. Now I want to show you what I'm using when it comes to sends, reverbs and delays. Valhalla Vintage Verb is still king. Valhalla Room or Pro R2, I have those two on the same send. I alternate between the two. Space Modulator from Valhalla. Raum, an interesting old-ish reverb that has a beautiful, long, airy sound. I cannot replicate this with other plugins. 7 Heaven from Liquid Sonic. Another plugin that I've added in 2024 is the Intensity by Arturia, a great sounding reverb. As far as delays, Age Delay, I'm using this as a slap. I will be replacing it with something else because I try to stay away from waves. As you can see, I have Timeless doing the same thing on the same send. I have a lot of echo voice in the template. Valhalla Delay. I love the doubler from Waves, but probably I will be replacing this one with Isotope doubler maybe. And the last plugin is Microshift. Now let's have a conversation about the list. As you see, the list is not that big. I use a bunch of plugins. I probably left out a couple of plugins that I didn't remember in the moment, but as you can see, there aren't that many plugins that I use in my professional career. I know that being on YouTube requires me to test out new plugins. I also get really excited about new plugins, but when it comes to my professional work, I try and keep things limited. It's still not as limited as I want to, but that's probably going to change in 2025. I want to make some cuts in the plugin list, but these are the plugins that I use on a regular. What do you think about my plugin list? Do you think it's too big, too small? Do you think it's versatile? Do you have any suggestions for plugins that I should try out? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe. If you want more in-depth videos, join me on Patreon. Thanks for the support and see you guys really soon. Cheers.